I was thinking if where there are more people like you, let's say, which they're giving this experience in the society, this people from there will be more inclined, like they'll have an experience or something to relate to. But if the people, they don't have anything to relate to, they just get attracted to that, you know, external.
To false paradigms. That's what I was trying to convey earlier. When there is no reference point, it's like we accept someone else's notions of enlightenment, of spiritual evolution, of knowledge. We accept that certain people in the past were enlightened. We just take it for belief. We never question, because we have no reference point within ourselves. It's so much easier to believe in someone else's story than to make your own destiny, or to take your destiny into your own hands and make your own story. It's so easy to believe and worship someone outside of self, disempowering yourself through these names and these ideas. Yet, the spiritual evolution is still veiled. We don't know anything about spiritual evolution on the collective scale, because we're used to look up to someone, to create idols, to worship someone. We cannot embrace the unknown, the invisible reality of the higher being, because for these current humans, everything is related to their bodily existence. Their spirituality degraded to the point of the bodily existence. That's why they worship someone they need a shepherd, because there is no reference point. Only few who have awakened may have a reference point, but the reference point of just that natural reality, which is not an achievement, because they still have not refined that karmic residue through that awakening. They have not established in the being. So what are we talking about? We haven't known that higher frequency on a collective scale for thousands and thousands of years. So what is the reference point? All these scriptures are remnants of the higher being. It's like dead words falling on deaf ears. If you have not awakened to your own higher being, you will not perceive the transmissions beyond these words. You will just try to find the truth between the words or through these words, and they carry no truth. You have to perceive vibrations of these scriptures, but not all of these scriptures carry that vibration transmission power. Some of them are just rewritings of the higher, you know, or some kind of other transmissions that before were transmitted orally. So the form of writing, or the writing itself, is a degraded form of passing on the knowledge. Because before, the knowledge was passed on through transmission. It recorded in the higher, you know, levels or higher spheres, and it's still there. If one has no access to the higher spheres, they will never know. So they're just speculating. No one knows how enlightened beings are or what they represent. All we know of spirituality, enlightenment, awakening is bogus and limited, and still bound to our physical existence. We do not understand. It's the point where we start transcending the physical. And if we do not accomplish that, we can never know. And before we even attempt such an accomplishment, we have to first of all heal and balance ourselves, because without that foundation, there is no further movement. So most of the people haven't even prepared themselves for such an experience. To prepare means they have to awaken, and through that natural being, absorption, establish themselves in it, refine themselves, neutralize the perception, stop believing or disbelieving, being in this equanimity where there is a higher perception and connection with the higher being and knowledge. Only then they may say that they have established proper spiritual foundation on which they can, or through which they can further evolve out of this reality of this domain, illusionary domain. Other than, if this is not there, you are still in the process of preparation, which means healing. You're trying to dissolve trauma, balance yourself out, establish yourself in it. So it may take decades, sometimes lifetimes, sometimes several lifetimes. This is realistic estimation for the majority. So good luck with looking for quick fixes. You will only waste your life essence. Humble down, be grateful. Take every day as a possibility to heal and dissolve the karmic ties. And this way you'll get further than you imagine. But if you keep on being ambitious, cocky, arrogant in a spiritual sense, thinking that by jumping from one false teacher to the other, by one false guru to the other, you'll find enlightenment and evolution, you are still in the delusion, and this is the truth that will hurt almost everyone, because everyone is in delusion. Truth hurts, but also liberates. Pain is the path to liberation. Not inflicted pain, but the pain, which is the karmic residue. That indicates your past. You can fool other people and make them believe you're special, you're chosen one, or you are a spiritually evolved and enlightened beings. But your pain within you will remind you of your true essence and who you truly are, not who you want to be in a selfish, egotistical way. Period. You know why the mental health is on the rise? It's a spiritual wrath to people who try to peep into spiritual realm from the back door by using drugs, using psychedelics, using different false practices in the name of spirituality, deluding and tarnishing ancient knowledge by their foolish pursuits. They are but fools who perish, who end up in the mental asylum, usually having psychotic episodes, because their desire for power, desire for self-proclamation and validation, their spiritual narcissism leads them to mental and emotional imbalances. Because instead of healing those mental, emotional imbalances and issues, their past traumas and karmic residue, they are looking outside of themselves, numbing the pain and hoping to get quick fixes and quick paths to the enlightenment that they don't have the reference point of. That's an absolute delusion. And this is the majority. Good luck to all the majority.